I remember as a kid hearing that fish can't feel pain. But is that true? This experiment by Dr. Lynn Sneddon tries to find out. Let's place ourselves inside it to see how it works. You are a zebrafish and you find yourself in this new environment, a metallic fish tank. You begin to explore, and you come across an opening in one of the walls. You enter it and find a second room that's smaller than the first. It has a bright light above, and the far wall is glass. Behind the glass is an empty room. Zebrafish tend to prefer darker environments, so with the aversively bright light above, you decide to explore elsewhere. You return to the starting room, and you find a second passageway, so you enter it. Artificial plants and gravel stand in contrast to the emptiness of the previous rooms, and a shoal of fellow zebrafish swim gracefully on the other side of another glass wall. Zebrafish prefer to be around other zebrafish, so you stick around for a while. Let's call this room the enhanced room. Over the next 45 minutes, you visit the starting room a few more times. You even occasionally check out the room with the aversively bright light, but you don't find any new rooms, so you spend the majority of your time in the enhanced room. The researchers have been keeping track of how much time you spent in each room. They remove you from the test chamber and place you back in your normal fish tank. Over the next few days, you're placed back in the test chamber several more times. You still explore occasionally, but after 6 sessions, the researchers note that you consistently prefer the enhanced room more than the aversively bright room. The next phase of the experiment begins. Diluted vinegar is injected subcutaneously in order to induce a potentially painful stimulus, and then you're placed back into the test chamber. A painkiller has also been dissolved in the water of the aversively bright room. And for the first time, you don't prefer the enhanced room. Instead, you go to the painkillers. When the experiment is repeated with the painkillers but without the painful stimulus, you spend your time in the enhanced room. This shows that you don't just always go to the painkillers whether you're in pain or not. You went to them last time because of the pain. If instead the pain is present but the painkillers are not, you again spend most of your time in the enhanced room. It's only when the painful stimulus is paired with the painkillers that you spend most of your time in the aversively bright room. How did you know to make that trade-off? Your brain is having to take the pain and incorporate it with all of these other factors like memories and preferences. The pain isn't just partitioned off in some isolated corner of your brain relegated only for unconscious reflexes. Of all the fish that are slaughtered every year, over 100 billion never get to live free in the wild. They're farmed in aquaculture operations where humans have full control over what lives they live. These fish are trapped in the aquaculture industry. How much would they give up in exchange for painkillers? Their flesh has been eaten by sea lice, and a variety of other problems are also common. If they lived in the wild, then cleaner fish would symbiotically remove the sea lice. Wild salmon spend the first stage of their life living in rivers, and eventually travel down the river to an estuary where they develop the ability to live in salt water. They live the next stage of their life with access to an entire ocean. Next, they travel upriver and across rapids, sometimes going as far as thousands of kilometers inland. So consider the wide variety of complex environments that they experience and navigate through. When farmed in aquaculture, all they can do is swim in the same circle, over and over, in a featureless tank, for their entire life. If it turns out that this is torture, then we're torturing billions of animals non-stop until they die.